Guys, we have green beans. So this is how tall they've gotten. If you look in here, got little beans starting, and then same as in here. Got a bunch of little guys coming. So thumbs up on the green beans. Here's the leeks. Still have quite a bit of progress. Oh. Okay, so right here before I left, which was Thursday morning, I planted a leek that I had gotten from the store, so I just cut off the end, had put it in water for a few days, and it started sprouting. Rooting. So I planted it, and we've already got some growth. So I've got 2 more in the house that need to finish rooting, and then I will plant those also. So that's really awesome. Nothing yet on the onions. Not sure what's going on. Okay, so this is one of our problem boxes. Not sure what's happening. The garlic is looking awfully sad. I don't know why. If there's any other garden people out there, if you can tell me what's going on, because they were doing really well before. And then my radishes have a bunch of little bug things on them. So there's quite a few in there, if you see down here, that I can pick. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pick those and see what happens to the rest. So obviously I'm not going to eat these greens, because if you look on here, there's a lot of them. This is the presumed calendula. There's still quite a bit going on here, still growing, just waiting for some flowers. Moving over to the dill. They're growing. Not sure. I guess we're still waiting and going to see. Red peppers, still don't have a tag for that. They're looking good. The rosemary, I don't know why this isn't growing. I didn't have this bad of luck with it last year, but obviously this is not rosemary. There's this little guy, which could be rosemary, but I'm not 100% sure. So I think I might throw in another couple seeds and see what happens. Probably switch out the dirt, maybe, because these have been planted for a while. The oregano, still coming in strong. I'm going to do a video about propagating that and harvesting a lot of that so I don't lose it like last year. The carrots are doing really well. At least the carrot tops are. I'm kind of curious if they're actually going to grow the carrot root in the bottom, just because everything's so close, because I planted so many of them. But I'd assume they're going to get at least a little bit of growth on them. The thyme is going crazy. I'll have another video up here soon of me harvesting and hopefully being able to propagate that. Here's spearmint. If you guys saw my last video that I posted, I cut the tops off of these, but we're still doing really well. We're still growing back, but it definitely helped out quite a bit. Trimmed it down a little bit. Still nothing on the marigolds. The cinnamon basil is looking really good. Chives, they're doing okay. I need to go through there and do some gardening. The peppermint, however, is coming in strong. I'm going to see about cutting some of these and propagating them and see if I can pass them along. So, the tomatoes here are one of the problem plants, unless this is what they're supposed to look like. The sun's pretty bright right now, but I can't tell if they're dirty or if they're dying. I'm not really sure. So, my beloved garden box right here. The holy basil does not seem to be growing. The cilantro has turned yellow, and this has all happened pretty recently because it was fine last video. So I don't know if you can tell in any of these. I don't know what's going on. because there's proper drainage in here. The bergamot is still doing okay-ish. We've got some sort of squash thing coming out of there, so I'm guessing something took my my seeds that I had planted and brought them over here. Same with the lettuce. The lettuce is not looking super hot. Looks like, I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping it keeps growing. There's a couple leaves in there that are doing okay, so I still have hope. We're just taking it slow. Alright, so the lighting is really bad in this video, and I apologize greatly. Picked the wrong time to do this. So these two are my original okra plants, and these two have sprouted up super quick compared to the rest of them. So that's good. Still no growth. I mean, still, obviously they're not tall enough to fruit anything, but we're getting there. So I think those take quite a while because those lasted the longest last year. So I ended up buying a basil plant from the store because it definitely, I think it was going to be too late to plant one to actually get enough basil to use. So that's why it looks like this week. But I'm okay with that. It's an organic plant, and I'll have to start the basil inside earlier next year. Okay, so here's the kohlrabi, still growing strong, slowly but surely. The echinacea garden box, we've got quite a bit of it. Hibiscus and chamomile. There's a little guy in there, but I think that's a weed. Nothing else yet. I've never had real success growing chamomile, so we will see. Hibiscus, however, I've got quite a bit going on here, and all of them have like little leaves starting to grow. The sage and Thai basil. We'll go to Thai basil first. Quite a bit of growth going on, looking well. Slow, but it's moving. Sage, however, is coming in, and I haven't felt them. Oh, it's a very, very strong smelling. So we're gonna have a lot of sage. I officially have sugar snap peas. Like I said, they've definitely popped up. They were all flowers when I left, but we've got this guy, this little one. There's quite a few in here. Oh, these will be ready to pick here soon. We got a ton in here, so I'll let you know what I end up doing with those. And hopefully they'll be ready to pick before next week's video. Alright, so my African marigolds, see, some of them have died, but we're still getting other flowers on them, so I'm going to try and like pick these off, but I don't want to break the plant. So, I don't know. Down a rung. The kale is still looking really good. Doing well. Bunch of little baby kales. Moving over to the spinach. Still doing well. This one looks like they're starting to flatten out. Wow, sorry about that. Fly landed on my foot. Wasn't sure what it was. So moving down, the lupine. No flowers yet, but they're pretty tall. So slide on over there. The arugula is struggling. I've picked out a lot of it that died. I'm not sure why it is, because it was doing so well. If anybody knows why this could be happening, let me know. I don't know if something's like eating it, but see, there's quite a few green things in here, and the other ones don't necessarily look dead, but then you get a bunch of like these. So I don't know what's going on. Makes me kind of sad, but you know, we're just going with the flow and seeing how we can grow stuff. It's all a journey. So moving on, cucumbers. Starting to get the little rigid leaves. little fly. I think that's one that was on my foot. This guy, so I'm gonna have to start putting some string up here so it can climb up once it gets a little bigger. Tomato plant that my friend gave me, still looking good. It's gotten a lot taller, so I think I can take this little guy off, and I'm guessing it'll stay up. My beautiful coleus, named Freckles. It's looking good. A little couple holes of being eaten, but it's getting taller. Alright, so here are all the seeds that I planted, the last of the seeds, other than probably fixing the oregano, the arugula. But Cinderella pumpkin, got sprouts. This one was not here on Thursday when I left. This one, like, I don't know what happened here. I think something stepped on it while I was gone. But if we flip over here to the basil, how did this get here? I'm guessing an animal dropped it and maybe buried the seeds in here or something. I'm not sure, but I gotta move this before it starts growing anymore. But yeah, so we may have a pumpkin patch this year, and I cannot tell you how excited I am. Alright, so here's my zucchini flat. They're growing nice and strong and big. Again, I'm not going in there. I guess I said I would last week, but I'm not. So I'll get you an overview without my shadow. So, it's looking good. It looks like this little guy right here, it's gonna be a flower and then a zucchini. So, keeping our fingers crossed, hoping that works. And then moving over here, ew, just ran into a spider web, is my potato mound. Nothing yet. I'm hoping I didn't plant it too early, but like I said, it's a journey, so I guess we will see. I should have some that are sprouting here soon, so I'm gonna stick a couple other ones in there. I just wanted to hop on here and say thank you so much for keeping up with me on my plant journey and my garden journey. It's been 2 months and 1 week, I believe. So everything's growing pretty well except for like the arugula, and the lettuce is kind of having some issues, and there's a couple other ones, so I think I need to just throw some more seeds in there and do a little bit more research and see what I can find. But all of this I'm just winging, so if you wanted to start a garden, you definitely can. It's a lot of fun and it's very fulfilling. I will see you guys next week, and like I said, thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.